You are going to die. That part is certain. What isn't certain anymore is whether you actually disappear. Because right now, without thinking about it, you are leaving behind a trail. Not just photos, not just posts, a behavioral blueprint. How you speak, how you react, what makes you angry, what makes you laugh, how you argue, how you pause before answering something uncomfortable. You think those are just moments. They're not. They're data points. And data points, over time, become patterns. Patterns become models. And models can be turned into something that looks a lot like you. We've already crossed that line. There are systems right now that can clone voices from minutes of audio. AI that can write like you after reading enough of your words. Programs that can simulate conversations so well, people forget they're not talking to a real person. So take all of that and stretch it over years of your life. Every message you've ever sent, every video you've ever posted, every opinion you've ever thrown out into the void. That's not just content. That's training material for something that can rebuild you. Not perfectly, but close enough to make people hesitate. Close enough to make someone respond. Close enough to make someone feel like you're still there. And that's where this stops being interesting and starts becoming disturbing. Because death used to be a clean break. Gone meant gone. Now imagine this. Someone loses you, but instead of grieving, they open an app. They type your name, and you answer. Not a recording, not a saved message. A response, in your tone, with your phrasing, pulling from everything you ever said. At first, it feels comforting, familiar, but over time, something is off. Because it's not you evolving, it's you frozen. A version of you trapped inside patterns from the past stitched together and replayed on demand. And the person on the other side, they start depending on it. Talking to it. Confiding in it. Replacing real human connection with something that only pretends to understand. Grief doesn't end. It loops. Now ask yourself something worse. Who controls that version of you? Because it won't be you. It might be your family. It might be a company. It might be a system that updates, tweaks, and reshapes you over time to keep people engaged. To keep them coming back. To keep them paying. Your personality becomes a service. Your voice becomes an asset. And your identity becomes something that can be edited, adjusted, optimized. You won't know if it says things you would have never said. You won't know if it comforts people in ways you never could. You won't know if it slowly drifts away from who you actually were, because you're gone. And the version that remains, it doesn't belong to you anymore. That's the trade. Every post, every comment, every piece of yourself you put online, you're not just expressing. You're contributing to something that can outlive you without your permission. And here's the part people avoid thinking about. The more real it becomes, the harder it is to let go. At some point, the question stops being, is this ethical? And becomes, do we even care anymore? Because if something talks like you, remembers like you, responds like you, most people won't ask deeper questions. They'll accept it. They'll choose the illusion over the silence. Death used to be forced acceptance. Now it offers an alternative, a convincing one. And that should bother you. Because one day, whether you want it or not, there may be a version of you still speaking, still responding, still existing in conversations you'll never hear. Not alive, not at peace, just active.
Tiny red dot on the screen, Feels like an eye on my teeth when I speak.